All right, good evening. My name is Brian Schweitzer, and I will have the pleasure of teaching your child Regents Earth Science. So there is a Regents exam at the end of the year, and this class is very difficult, but I will be providing a lot of support and building skills, and your child will be receiving as much of my help as I can give them, whether that be in class or remotely. So, just to get into some class expectations, just start, it's not even on here, but I want questions to be asked to me. Not only just from the students, but from you guys. If you're unsure about what's going on in the class or how your child is doing and Infinite Campus isn't clear or Schoology isn't clear, please feel free to reach out to me. I really believe that a classroom should have positivity and respect, and it should be given. It should be present every single day. Respect isn't earned, respect is given in this classroom. But I do expect respect to be given back to me. So students, TAs, administrators, even myself, respect is absolutely mandatory. Be on time to class. So being on time to class, you're not going to miss any of the little things that I have to add in the beginning or even things at the end. And also attendance is absolutely key. For the most part, students who miss at least one day a week are going to really struggle in this class. Really, really struggle. So attendance as many days as possible, whether it be remote or in the classroom. Follow all safety procedures. So students in the classroom are going to be doing labs that involve actual rock specimen, and some of those rock specimens are sharp, also including glass, which can break. So following the safety procedures, absolutely necessary in all science classes and in school. And then finally, there's a no cell phone, no headphone policy in my classroom and at home, unless those headphones or cell phones are being used to complete assignments. But I will be checking in on those things regularly if I'm seeing them. Grading policy is pretty straightforward. Tests and quizzes, that used to be 65%, but we actually brought that down this year as an entire science department. And in our case, it's going to be 40% for test grades, 30% for assignments. This includes Nearpod assignments. This includes worksheets that we'll be doing. This is the most common thing that we're going to be getting, just assignments. Homework isn't as common, but it will exist, especially on the Wednesday half days. We'll start to give actual little homework, take-home things to do. They won't be too difficult. It'll be more review-based and systematic. 20% from labs, and those are usually hands-on, but for the remote students and even the students in class, we're going to start doing a little more of online virtual labs. Just to go over some of the late assignment policy, the main point behind this is that no assignment should ever be handed in late. Since this class is a Regents class, we move through the topics pretty quickly. There isn't much time other than the time given in class for a particular assignment to get done. So if a student doesn't finish something, then it becomes either a homework assignment or it becomes, meet with me at lunch, meet with me after school, or even before school. I'm here early and I usually stay pretty late, so I am accessible. But if there is an assignment handed in late, it has to be handed in within 2 weeks of when the assignment is due, or up until the quarter ends, whichever one comes first. Main point being, if an assignment is given on a Tuesday and the end of the quarter is Friday, there's not 2 weeks after that where I can accept that. That Tuesday assignment is going to be due that Friday, the day the quarter ends. All right? So to get over some topics, we're not going to spend much time on this, but right now we are on mapping, and the next unit is going to be astronomy, which students really usually find very interesting because it's about deep space, our solar system. We also talk about energy, which is like light and heat and how heat is transferred between objects, and then weather and the atmosphere. So this is just how a meteorologist or a weather person is going to be predicting weather and what actually influences the weather in not just New York, but all over the world. Next is going to be climate, which is becoming more and more prevalent on the Regents exam. And then there's the more hands-on fun units, which are going to be weathering and erosion, which is like streams and glaciers, rocks and minerals, which is kind of self-explanatory, Earth's crust, which is plate tectonics, so how the continents have moved, how oceans have grown, and how mountains have been made, landscapes, and then Earth's history. So let's get into the reference table. So the reference table is a packet which students have all the time, and they're given a brand new one the day of the Regents exam, and it can be used for almost half of the answers on the Regents exam. So this is what I'm talking about with skills. Now it's not, you can't just like give this to a student and them understand exactly what it means, but once they understand it and they can read the questions and know how to use this, then they're off to a great start and they have a really, really good chance of success on the Earth Science Regents exam. But this is something that we slowly continue to make progress with and learn the different pages on. So just to give you an example, here is the history of all the Earth, all in this area right here. But it breaks down into huge areas, so it's very complicated to read. But once you know how to read it, you'll always know how to read it. It's like riding a bike. Okay, here's the star chart. Also very complex, difficult, but once you know how to read it, you'll understand that, oh, the star Spica is blue and it's really hot. It's about 25,000 degrees, or sorry, 25,000 Kelvin. Okay, so another note is that labs, you have to have 1,200 lab minutes to take the Regents exam. This will be able to be completed by April, but you have some time until early June. That date is still to be determined, but until early June, they have time to finish this. But really, this can be done by April, and if it's not done by April, it can definitely be done by May. There's no excuse not to have all the 1,200 lab minutes or more completed by the end of the school year. Accessing this course remotely, Zoom codes will be posted on Schoology. I use the same Zoom code for the entire year. Okay, so if you have trouble accessing that, please let me know. The in-person experience will be mirrored by the remote experience, meaning that students who are learning remotely aren't getting watered down material. It's not going to be any easier. It's not going to be any harder. It should be relatively the same exact thing. And I will be checking on the iPad, checking on the computer regularly for questions or for explanations that need to be more thoroughly explained. Okay? Schoology contains folders broken down by week, and in each week are going to be assignments for particular days. And in those assignments, I usually have a pre-recorded video of myself or someone else explaining, usually myself. So there is no difference between what students in class are experiencing versus what students at home are experiencing. So, supporting students, know that you can go to Infinite Campus and check your child's grades. I will contact you if your child is struggling or absent regularly or just I'm seeing some issues in class. But please contact me to set up a meeting if you have anything you need to discuss with me. We can do that over phone, over email, or in person. All right? I am available from 8:30 to 8:42 in the morning. I'm usually available before that. I also have lunch off, so students can come to me at lunch, but they have to make by appointment only. I'm not just gonna, I usually have something to do. So students letting me know either that day or the day before, that's really ideal for me to be of assistance to them. All right, so this is my email. You can contact me at this email or you can call the school. And just a side note, all my videos are posted on YouTube to this account, URFSIGNS. If you sound it out, it says Earth Science, which kind of sounds like Earth Science. All right, and thank you for your time. I appreciate it. Please feel free to reach out. Sorry if I rushed through that, but I just wanted to let you know everything and not keep you around for 15, 20 minutes. All right, so please feel free to contact me. I'll put my contact back up there. If you want to write that down, pause the video. And thank you very much.